Hello everyone, how are you? It's Ronda here and I'm excited to be going live today and doing an online class. So we have an online class that everyone can watch. This is also what I call my craft along. So you had the ability to be able to purchase the packet ahead of time. So you would have gotten a little packet in the mail with the cards all ready to go. But it's also not too late because this is also a free with purchase class. So before I get started, I would love for you just to say hi, let me know that you're here. I want to make sure this is all working as well. This is my first time going going live from, here we go. Let's see. This is my first time going live from my home. So I want to make sure that we are all up and running and everything is working well. So just let me know that you're here. That would be awesome. And then we're going to get started. Oh, sweet. Hello. Hi, everybody. First of all, thank you everyone for joining me today. And last night we had my annual, I do it once a year, buy one, get one free, and we did it online. I will be doing it in person too later in the month if you live anywhere near me. So it's been a crazy couple days. Actually, as always, it's a crazy couple weeks, months, kind of all blends in together. But welcome to my craft room at home. I've never had a craft room at home at this, probably in 15 years. I've always had a building. And earlier in the month, I am moving out of my building. And so I'll be in this space in my home temporarily. Because I already have found a new building and will be moving in a couple weeks. So, but today you are here with me here and we're going to get started. So what are we doing? This is my monthly online card class. And it's what I call a craft along because I gave you the option, if you're on my email list or if you're here on the Facebook, I gave you the opportunity to purchase the cards ahead of time. So you can craft along with me today. You can try to. Sometimes I go a little fast, but I'll try to follow along. But it's okay. I sent everyone the tutorial ahead of time that purchased the craft along. So you could work on them on your own, work at your own pace, or you can work with me today. But it's not too late. If you missed the craft along, this is also an online class. Everybody gets to watch for free. So it is a free class. You can watch for free, use all the supplies you have at home, cut your own paper, use whatever you want to. But if you like that easy button, if you like to be able to have, a package sent to you with the cards ready to go, most of the work is done, then you can still get this class for free sent to your door. So how I do my card classes, always have for 23 years, is it's what I call free with a purchase. So I let Stampin' Up! Pay me instead of you guys paying me. So when you place your order, I get a commission from that. And so I allow that to be what pays for the card stock, the shipping, and all of my expenses. So, and you guys get to get product for your class. So, let me move this over here so I can see. So you are going to, so today I'm going to show you 4 cards. You have until Sunday at midnight. So you have about 4 days, if you're watching this on the replay, to place an online order. And if you place an online order in my store, so it has to be in my store, and it's at least $40, then I send you the kit, which is just the cards. So you'll get all the cards prepped. They're in envelopes, so I do encode envelopes. And then it's so simple. It's what I'm going to use today to create your projects because it's so simple. All the work is done for you, and I will send that to you. If your order goes over $50, I throw in, I think it's a $9 value. Well, shipping and tax will be over $10. You're going to get the brand new dots as well. So these will be included for free too. And then you'll get a little bit of ribbon that you will use on your cards. So that's, if you go over $50, we include those dots. So I shared a link with you. It's in this description, and I'll share it again. You do need to use that link to order because it attaches it to this so that when I see that order come through, I will know that you will want this for free. So first of all, who is watching? I can see your comments. Thank you guys. Happy Thursday to you too. Oh, Joan said, thank you for sharing our story with you. Thank you, Joan, and thank you for listening. Um, I've not been like hiding it. In the very beginning, we didn't even know what we were doing, and when we transferred our son, so I did have to be very quiet about it. Also, there's lots of transfer rules, and we did everything by the book, but we didn't want to just like, set up all these red flags. And so it took me a little bit to be able to open up to everybody about what was going on. And then I've been obviously an open book, but I get asked questions on Facebook. I get asked questions on email. I get asked questions on YouTube, and I share it in my personal page, my business page. And so I've been sharing all along, but I know everybody just gets little snippets of it. And so everyone's like, why are you leaving? What are you doing? And then I started to get really nervous because people were like, you're leaving Stampin' Up. I'm like, no, I'm not leaving Stampin' Up. Lord, no. Absolutely not. So I wanted to just do a video. If you haven't watched it, I've posted it. It's on YouTube, about just sharing the story as to why am I here today. You probably have seen me. If you've watched my videos or in my training, you'll see me someplace different all the time. And I'm hoping and waiting, and we will be a day where I'll be a little bit more stationed. But today, I know this room it's a sunroom off of my house. I do live on a lake, and I'm so blessed. My home, and that's why we will never leave here. This is my home in Lingsburg. My studio is in Ovid, which is about 25 minutes away. And then my apartment where we live with our son during the week is in Grandville, which is about an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and a half now with construction. So anyway, with that being said, this is beautiful here, but it's very, very, very small. It cannot do what I've been doing. I would have to take over my whole house. And anyway, so there you go. So here you are. You're with me. Let's jump in and get started. You guys came here to see crafting, not hear my story. If you want to hear my story, you can watch that video. So anyway, let's get started. I'm going to switch to my hands, and then we are going to get started. So we are focusing on the Inspiring Snapdragons bundle. It's upside down there for you. Okay, so the Inspiring Snapdragons is in the brand new annual catalog. So it is around for the whole year until obviously it sells out eventually. Things sometimes sell out. And I fell in love with this bundle. It's soft, it's beautiful, it is very different. We've never had any kind of flowers like this before. It has the dragonflies in there, but the real reason why I absolutely fell in love with this bundle is the words in the stamp set. This inspired by you, wishing you strength, and then so sorry. These words, every one of them, I can think of so many people who I'd love to send cards to, people that inspire me. Right? People who, right now, I'm gonna tell you who inspires me. Her name is Jenny Oljanik. I'm gonna probably butcher that. She inspires me right now. She had a major neck and back surgery a month ago. Like literally couldn't move for 6 weeks, and then through the whole thing, she posted pictures of her kids and other people going to take care of them because she couldn't. Every one of them, she was just smiling and radiant of joy, even despite the difficulties that she was going through and I'm sure the pain she was going through and just missing out on all those things. And so I loved, it inspired me that even though at the time I was having a real pity party with the things that I was personally going through, and I was like, no, Rhonda, God wants you to smile through the hard times too, right? He wants you to find joy in the journey and joy in the struggles. That's where he has you there for a purpose. And so anyway, she was a huge inspiration to me. And so anyway, think about people who've inspired you. I love this. The wishing you strength. Again, a lot of us are going through very difficult things. I think of Jennifer Drake and what she's going through, and I pray for strength for her. And so what a great card to send somebody, a sweet message that when they're not feeling the strength because they just are in either pain or suffering or a hard time, that they know other people are surrounding them with strength with your prayers. So this one, yes, the flowers are pretty. I love them, but I really fell in love with the stamp set because of these words. And obviously, so sorry. Sometimes you don't know what to say. You just don't. Like if for so many things, just saying I'm sorry, you know, or sometimes maybe you screw up and you need to say you're sorry. So this one is a good one. And of course it has matching dies too. So that is kind of the purpose behind it. If you don't own it, you can purchase it. So basically, here's the point, guys. If you love this bundle after today's class, put your order in with a bundle. Use my link, and then you'll get the cards for free. So you just have to spend over $40, and this one is $52. And so if you buy the bundle, then you're going to get all the cards for free and the dots. So if you're going to buy the bundle, buy it now. Like buy it through this link and buy it through this class, and then you'll get a whole little package sent to you. And then Stampin' Up! Will send you the bundle. So just a suggestion. All right. Oh, it's on sale. Yes. My good friend Deb is here working behind me. She's like, Rhonda, don't forget it's on sale. Absolutely. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to do a bundle. All of our bundles are 10% off. So actually, it'll be less than $50. So you're going to have to buy the ribbon. Actually, the ribbon's not available. You're going to have to buy something else to make it go over $50. But it's 10% off all bundles, which I think is cool. A lot of times they like limit it to just like older ones, but this one, it's all bundles are on sale for 10% off. And by the way, my other favorite one is the citrus one. Oh shoot, I thought I had it here, but I do have it here. Who knows where it is, where I've stuck it. The citrus blooms is my other favorite one. And here it is. I knew I had it. Okay, so this is just a tip for you. For those of you who have, this is my favorite bundle right now, the citrus blooms, and it's like $60 some. I use it for my card club. I don't have the cards here because I already took them there, but they're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful projects. And the dies are, you can cut out the paper. You have all these freestanding dies, and then you have this one. This is such a cool die. We're going to use this today, actually. Oh, yeah, there's my citrus blooms. So anyway, this one is like $66 normally. So right now for 10% off, you can get it for like $55. So this is the one I really suggest that you get too. All right, so there's my little spiel. All right, let's jump in. I'm going to actually use the packet that my customers got too, and we're going to work from there. All right, so this very first card we're using, card number 1. It's thick white, and then the pieces that you need are fresh freesia and a piece of basic white. So the stamp pads are here we go. These are our stamp pads we have. We have basic gray. I used basic gray for almost, let me go down here a little bit. Basic gray for almost all of the, well, look at that. The lettering. I didn't use black. I wanted more of a little bit of a softer look to that. And then I have Shy Shamrock, which is one of our new greens. And then I have Fresh Freesia. All right, so we're going to start off with our white here. I went ahead and mounted my stamps already. I took 2 of the, by the way, this class uses every stamp. Look, they're all gone. We use every single stamp. But you're going to, I gotta mute my thing here. Focus, do not disturb, otherwise it'll ding all day. So I'm going to, I wanted the top with Fresh Freesia. This takes a little bit of, you gotta, and it's not perfect, but you're just going to ink up kind of the flower part of this, not the bottom. So I did that with the Fresh Freesia. And then go to your Shy Shamrock, which is our new in colors. And then I'm just going to go ahead and kind of roll that in the bottom like that. All right, so this is our very first one. And that's going to just kind of go over here to the side like that. See? So you kind of get that variation of color. Is that right side up for you guys? Let me clean, I gotta clean my stamps off because I am gonna be using them in different colors. So I have to be good about cleaning. All right, and then the next one is kind of the same concept. I do the lighter color first, because if I get that over top of the leaves, then it covers it up. And then I'm gonna do the shy shamrock at the bottom. There you go. And a little bit of it does kind of get on the top, and that's okay. I just put these close together there. Sweet, and you could use any color scheme that you want. What's your guys' favorite color combination? Mine, I love purple and green together. I also love it with a pop of yellow too. Oh, I'm gonna get ink everywhere. All right, so let me clean this off. And then next I wanted to add one of those dragonflies. This was one of the things that really attracted me to this set, was the dragonfly that is in there. So inside your kit, all of you have a piece of half of white, and you're going to use that for all of your, where you need to have white. So take your dies. Here's my dies. At the same time, by the way, I'm going to run this little guy because I'm going to need him later. And I have found with some of these smaller ones, it's easier to stamp after you run it through. I just give it a try. If it doesn't work, I'll do it again. All right, so guess what else is on sale? The embossing machines, the die cut machines. So this one is that boho blue. I've had a couple of my customers purchase this. So this is the mini machine, and it is on sale too. So this is normally $60, but you get to save the 10%, so you can get it, you save $6. All right, I'm gonna, I guess I'm gonna run this at the same time. Yep. I love the little one, just like for this. This is my craft space, and I want to be able to just have it right here at the table. Now for bigger projects, and if I'm doing like full sheet embossing, obviously I'll use my big one, but I typically use this one about 75% of the time, because it's right here on my table as I'm crafting. It's little, it's compact, and it's a little bit easier to travel with. Let's see, how did I do? Sweet, pretty good, pretty good. Without even using washi tape. I'm gonna put this aside because we're gonna need it again later. All right, so let me put those back too so I don't lose them. Look at Rhonda trying to be a little organized today. Trying, we'll see how I do. In my new space, it's so small that I kind of have to be organized because it is so small. And I actually left my big ring light at the studio, my old studio. Okay, so here we are. Got our dragonfly. So I'm gonna stamp the words, wishing you strength with basic gray. It's in just a nice soft, and it will overlap a little bit with the flowers. That's okay too. Wishing you strength. Isn't that a pretty color combination? It's so weird, it looks like so dark in here. We have lots of shade today. There you go. All right, so clean that off. Although I don't think I'm going to use it again, but let's clean it off so I don't get ink everywhere. All right. Okay, so who ordered the craft along itself? Is anybody out there watching that actually ordered the craft along? I do too, Pam. I love the mini machine. Yeah, Trisha's saying that she has to craft in her bedroom now. I know she just, moved too, so which means you have to downsize. It requires you to not be as messy. I learned that because in my apartment, it's like a bedroom, where I have my craft room there, and you just cannot let it get too over much. So this one, I channeled my inner Ange McKay, who's a good friend of mine. She likes to do this little 1/8 inch border, and that's what I did here. So it has a much smaller little border that goes around that. All right, let's fold our other piece in half, our thick white. Let me get, there you go. And then we have some dimensionals. We have to pop that up. Let's see. I'm learning where I've stuck everything here on my desk. So I'll take a couple of those. Yes. Trisha got the craft along. I know Jennifer did. Michelle did. Yeah, I struggle with that 1/8 inch border. I think my depth perception isn't always good, so sometimes I don't get it perfectly straight. So Hopefully your guys is all cut really good. Yes, I know. No, Ange is definitely a fussy cutter too. So for this one, I would, obviously, one of my favorite combinations is a fresh freesia, and I love that pop of that shy shamrock. So go ahead and then take your little dragonfly, and I like to use just this little edge right here on your dimensionals and pull that off, and that just goes right there where their wings are. I started off with a good simple one. They're all simple, to tell you the truth. All right, so that's gonna go kind of right up here on our card. Our little, and you could stamp a couple other ones if you want to. I wanted to keep this one nice and simple. So what was included in your craft along was these really awesome new in color dots, and you may already have them with the other ones. These are more of a matte finish, and there's obviously small ones and big ones, but I love them because they're flat, so it shouldn't cost you any extra postage to be able to do these. So now I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle on some of these dots on here, and you could kind of sprinkle them wherever you feel like sprinkling them. I'm gonna do some of the small ones here, and then the shy shamrock, which will totally match. I love being able to sprinkle on. Let's just do one more shy shamrock one right there. All right. So wishing you strength, quick and simple card that you can give to somebody that you think that might actually be struggling a little bit. I don't like that one there. Let's see if I can move it without damaging the card. I want it down here. There we go. Okay. So card number 1. Let's move on. Let me get rid of my stamp pads I've already used so that I don't get myself into trouble. I'm going to use the shy shamrock again, and definitely. All right, let's go on to our next one. This one is going to be using lots and lots of white. So this is all like white on white on white. So 3 pieces of white, but the card is not all white. So you have our thick white, and then I think the white piece is 5 3/4 by 5. When you do place your order, just so you know that you will get a full tutorial with all the directions, step-by-step directions. So when your packet comes, you could watch. Obviously, you have this video that you're watching, but you can also follow along with the tutorial too. So this card, I started off with let me grab it. This is actually not Shy Shamrock. This one is the Summer Splash, which I did not get out yet. Okay, so this is one of our other new colors. We're using the Summer Splash, and then also our Petunia Pop. So for those of you who have the new in colors, do you guys have a favorite? It's a tough one. I would have a real tough time picking a favorite. Right now, my favorite is actually Shy Shamrock, which of course it's pretty in pink, but it's just so hard to choose. They all go really, really, really well together is what I think. So we're going to start off with this Summer Splash, and then I need a piece of kind of like a scrap piece. So I'm just going to take this white, because that's all I have in front of me right now. And I'm just going to take, I want to create almost this like aura in the background. Is that the right word? That sounds like a fancy word. But I want to kind of create this aura. So I'm just going to take some of that ink off, because see, it starts off so dark, and I don't want it to be that dark. And then we're just going to go ahead. That one was still a little dark. I must have got a little chunk of ink in there. Yeah, I wonder why it's doing that. Do you have, I'm going to use a little brush. That one needs to be cleaned. I must have got some glue on it or something. Let's try this one. Oh yeah, it's much better. And there we go. Flip it over. All right, so we're just going to take off some of the bold ink, and then you just go in with your blending brush, and we're just going to create kind of this aura in the middle. So I'll do that a couple times to get the desired effect that I want. Get nice and soft, not too much, and I'm just kind of staying right there in the middle. Can you see that? I think so. I think you can see that in the video. Make sure you just blend it nice and soft. These blending brushes are amazing. This is the little mini one. It works good for small things. This was our big one. So you can get packages of 3 on them. All right. So we're going to take that layering piece. We're using the Petunia Pop. Same exact thing that we kind of just did. So start off there with the main big one. Petunia Pop is, we did this contest at, when we went to convention, and we had to, everybody had to vote what their favorite one was, and Petunia Pop won. So that was, but see, we had never even played with it yet. Now that we've played with it, people might change their minds. All right, so this is going to be the one that goes just right there in the middle. So this is kind of the biggest, tallest one. So I kind of wanted to do like a bouquet of the Snapdragons. All right, so I'm going to clean that off just so because I'm going to use it again in a little bit. Okay. Next, we have the other one. And let me grab that block. Yep. Same thing. You could use your markers too, but I think the whole point that I wanted with this was that you kind of blends at the bottom. Then just grab your leaves. Go. Okay, and then this one kind of goes over here. Like that. Can you see? Look at that. It just, guys, this one just like pops off the page. I think you can even see, sometimes it's hard to tell in videos, but this one I think you can actually see how cool it is. All right, last one. Petunia Pop. So Snapdragons, usually, now I'm not a very good botanist. I really don't know flowers very well. So whenever Stampin' Up! Has a lot of flowers. Look, there's our bouquet. See if you can, if I bring it up, if you can see the coloring even better. Isn't that beautiful? So I wanted to obviously show you some really simple, beautiful cards with this stamp set. And this is hopefully what we're doing today. All right, the next one is this is like a 3/4 inch strip by 3 3/4. And I'm going to stamp the words inspired by you. And we're going to stamp that in the Petunia Pop. We're going to do, I got to get a little closer so I can see, make sure I try to get this straight. Try real hard. Let's see. Hey, that's pretty good. I liked it with a little bit of the color kind of blending on it too. Again, not much, just a little bit. It was almost like too stark. Much better. It was almost like too stark when I put it on just the white. So I just wanted to add a little bit of the color to that. There, that's much better. Then you take your dimensionals. There you go. So these are some of the new in colors as well. That goes there across the front. What's going to make this card really special is obviously now we can take these dots that match perfectly and sprinkle some of those on this card. And we'll use the Summer Splash ones. There you go. And then let's take another one down here. I always heard to go in increments odd numbers, so I don't know who told me that, but whoever told it to me, I listened. They say it looks better when you do odd numbers. Do you know why, Deb?
It's an art concept, yes.
Okay, it's an art concept. So people who are really smart in art I listen. When people know more than me, I try to listen to them. So they always say to do it, and it is true. It's like weird. I do 4. It's like it just needs one more. Okay, so I put that on the front of our card, and voila! Look at that. Such, again, another beautiful, you like it? It's such a beautiful card of the pop of that Petunia Pop. Hey, that's what it's called. They must have done it on purpose. This was my original one. So the Petunia Pop faded a tiny bit, but, and they're very, yeah. So there you go. Decorating too. Oh, decorating too, they say to do that. See, all these smart people. Okay, so that was card number 2. Are you guys ready for card number 3? This is all cards. Sometimes I'll do 3D projects. Also, for those of you watching, Stay tuned to your emails. I'll be launching our summer retreat in a box, and I'm super excited about it. It's actually something we're working on today too, because I'll be doing a Christmas in July, a whole Christmas theme. We're just coming out with a bunch of new Christmas products, and I'm excited to do that for our whole retreat in a box. So stay tuned. That will be coming out. Pam said you make it look so easy. These really are easy, Pam. Like sometimes when I do make a card, my focus is that I really do like to find cards that are beautiful yet easy. Yep. Okay, so this next one, actually I think we're going to be using my new favorite color, which is Basic Beige. I just ordered 10 packs of it because I use it for card bases. I use it for the cards now, but it is a beautiful, beautiful color. Who knew we needed Basic Beige so much? I also told you that one of my new favorite products is the Citrus Blooms bundle. That's where I got this from. So this die, it's like a perfect die. Look, it fits so nicely on the front of our card. That is from the Citrus Blooms. Marsha's excited for the Christmas in July retreat. I am really excited. And this is the reason why, because I do a fall retreat too. So I do a fall retreat, it's in October. And I always have to pick between Christmas theme or a fall theme. And I love fall, and I haven't done fall in a couple years because I always pick the Christmas theme. So this year I'm doing a Christmas in July, and then my fall retreat will be truly fall, gratitude, leaves, pumpkins. I'm so excited. But it'll be using things from the holiday catalog. So I'm going to get to do both this year. I already have the bags, are really awesome buffalo check Christmas big bags. And anyway, so excited. So anyway, sorry, you guys got me sidetracked about my retreat. So the Citrus Blooms is where this is coming from, just so you know. And when you order the class, we will run this for you. We ran it through the wood grain embossing folder to give kind of that wood grain look. I know. I'm hoping to launch it today. I'm working on the optional classes, so I can give you some idea what the optional classes will look like too. I already have a couple of them done. So it's all coming together. And I wanted to wait and use Christmas stuff from the online exclusives. So it'll be nice and Christmassy. Okay, so our first step in this one is you're going to want to take that white piece of scrap paper, and you're going to want to stamp. This one we're using Pretty in Pink, this one uses quite a few of our for our in colors. So we're going to do this one. I'm using the main big one again, and then the other one. So we're going to stamp them in the Pretty in Pink. The first one, I'm trying to find my block, so there we go. The first one gets stamped off. I don't want it quite so dark, but I'm not going to waste that stamp. I'm actually going to put it right here on the front of the envelope, like that. Oops, let me clean that off. Okay, so I don't want to waste that stamp. Then I am going to stamp that here on our scrap white, like that. Well, by the way, this one I'm showing you how to use the dies. Okay, so we're using the dies in this one a lot. And then the next two, I need to run. We are going to, this one, all right, I actually screwed that up. The big main one is not supposed to get stamped off. So this one does not get stamped off. There we go. So this is the main middle one. Okay, so let's just, and then the other two get stamped off. So those I don't want. So I'm going to stamp those off. And they're going to get, we don't want those quite so dark. So again, we're using all three of the Snapdragons on this card. The two smaller ones get stamped off so they're not so dark with a Pretty in Pink. And then the main middle one has it full strength. Okay. All right, so now we have to do a little bit of die cutting work. let's go to our little machine here. This card, I wanted to showcase you a lot of the dies because they have, again, it has all 3 dies, all 3 Snapdragons. And then let's start with this main one here in the middle. And that one gets ran through. Typically, I would probably use some washi tape to hold this in place. But this is also kind of just the background. So the other piece that lays over top of it covers up if you don't get it just perfect. You could also just stamp this. Oh, I moved it. I should use some washi tape, but I don't think I have any here yet. I'm sorry, this should not take me. No, this one's the flatter one. There we go. I have to do this 3 times. Hopefully the other ones go a little bit faster. Okay, so there's that. So it cuts that. Again, it wasn't quite perfect, but that's okay because that's just the underneath. Then we have these 2 here that we have to do, the 2 other ones, and they also have this one. Try to fussy cut these would not be fun. These will line up a lot better. There's that one. And then lastly is that 3rd one. Does anybody, when I've seen Snapdragons in person, they're usually definitely bright. So I've seen some in beautiful brights of pink and purple. So I didn't follow that. I went with whatever colors matched my dots and whatever colors matched my end colors. So they don't, yes, a Post-it note works too, right? All right, so we have those 3, and that one I lined up really good. And then we need to take, I gave you a piece of scrap, pretty in pink in there. So if you're using this smaller one, you gotta cut them. And then I'm just gonna layer these on here. The two smaller ones are going to be with pretty in pink. And then the big one in the middle is with white. Again, this card, because you're using basic gray, you can use whatever floats your boat. This one does generate a lot of the little pieces. And I don't know, I just usually take a poker tool, which I know I have here. There we go. And do this one. I'll poke these out here in a second. Put this off. And then we have to do a white one. Can you give me a white scrap over there? I messed up my piece of white scrap.
That's big enough?
Yeah, that's good. All right. And then the last one is this one. It's actually just big enough. Okay. So this is, when I do craft alongs, I try to do it from start to finish. Typically, when I do a lot of videos, I do all this stuff ahead of time because I get very impatient. But these are simple cards, so they don't take too long. All right, so the big one in the middle is with the white. All right, I think I'm done with all the die cutting. Let me put all of those back. That's how I like to get my stuff out. See, you just tap it a couple times and it all comes out. Look, there's a couple little pieces left. Yes, I know it's messy, but we'll clean that up later. Okay, let me get all these dies out of the way. So oops, I forgot one. Just so we have a good little surface here. I know it gets, okay. Okay, it is a little messy here. The last thing to do is just kind of poke out any of the extra pieces that didn't come off when you tap it. That. Pretty in pink is one of our old colors. This is the first time that we've ever done this, where we had one, like, yes, we bring back old colors, but it's during like an actual color refresh. This is the first time I've ever known them to bring back an old color into our, like the new in colors. So that was kind of fun. When I was getting ready for my buy one, get one free, I found a couple packs of the Pretty in Pink. And it literally, I mean, mine is the same. It's the same color. All right. So next up, you probably you could have used adhesive sheets for this. I would probably use green glue too, but I can't find that either. So I'm just going to take, I don't know where my green glue is. We're just going to take some adhesive and layer that onto the 3 Snapdragons. Adhesive sheets probably should have been the choice of adhesive. It does not, just to warn you, they do not line up perfectly. Again, it's not, I don't think it's meant to, like, so it's meant to kind of have lots of texture, so it doesn't necessarily line up perfectly. All right, so then this next one goes on here, the Pretty in Pink with the white in the background. And then we have this one, the last one. So you can build your Snapdragons with cardstock, designer series paper, or in your stamps. So you can build them. This gives you the variation of what you think that you like, how it looks. So I'm going to glue the 2 smaller ones down onto our basic beige. And these are going to curve in. So we'll put those on here. And then we'll take our middle one here. I do too, Michelle. I always forget to use adhesive sheets until after I use them. When I created these, I remember now, like, oh yeah, that's right, Rhonda, you were going to use adhesive sheets. So, but I didn't. I made these like a month ago, at least a month ago. All right, so, and then this one here goes right in the middle. Okay. So there's our beautiful, gorgeous Snapdragon bouquet. Let's go ahead and finish this card up. The ribbon that I included, which is I don't think you can get it right now. It'll be available just a little bit. And I need to put this through here. I think it might even be available now, but it was not there for a couple weeks. So we have this white. It's one of our brand new ribbons, white iridescent trim. What I love about it, if you can see in the video, it's almost like layered with sparkles. Like it has them just built into there. So you don't have to really add much else sparkle because the ribbon has just enough sparkle to it. It's perfect. It's on the outer edges, but then it's also thread in between too. All right, thank you guys for joining me. I see we got quite a few more people on here. This is our monthly online class. So you have the chance to get this class shipped to you for free by placing your online order of at least $40. And then, but if it goes over $50, I throw in the dots. I think we're worth like $9 for free too. So you just have to use the link that I gave you. But we had, this time I had 20 people who ordered the craft along. So there's 20 of you who already have all of that in your possession. So there is, so far, now for this one, there is a label in there. And I had that label. Let's see here it is. It's a really kind of a cool shape. It's something that's different. It's a cool shape. I used the Unbounded Love die. So I use this one right here. This is another one of my go-to, and you'll see I actually have 3 sets of these. I have 2 sets here in my studio here, and then I have a set in Granville as well. So ones that I know I'm going to use a lot, I'll get several sets of them because I use them so much for classes that it saves time when you have multiple dies. So those of you who run through a lot of things, if time is of the essence, sometimes it helps to have doubles because then it cuts the time in half. All right, so pull off that. This goes on the front. Make sure I don't put it on upside down. we go. We're gonna stamp that "So Sorry" on that label. It's like this bundle is like it was made for this whole, it's like it just fits perfectly. So let's take that one, and I'm going to actually put, I don't want to have any more lift to it, but the "So Sorry" is going to go right on here. So I'm going to put glue on the first part of it. With the second part of it, I'll put a dimensional. So that way it stays the same height. Oh, good. Sherry got, yes. So Sherry got it as well. Yep. And when you ordered the kit, I was able to, you guys paid for these when they were still available. So I was able to get you guys the ribbon. And if you order the kit to go, if you order the class, I have enough ribbon of my own that I can cut and add to it. So you'll get the dots for free. All right, last, as you all can only imagine, this is these beautiful, pretty and pink soft dots are gonna, and I love them because they're flat. So this won't add any more of that bulk. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put 5 of these and this is why, if you already own these, you still want more because you want to be able to pepper them on there. Okay, So Sorry. Someone that you actually maybe are sorry to, or maybe somebody that you're just sorry for what they're going through, and you just want to give them your love. That bow was a little big. I just shrunk it a little bit. There you go. Okay, card number 3. We have 1 more to go, and the last one is super simple. This was the more time-consuming of all of them. They've all been pretty simple. Okay, so we have had, at the end, you guys know I'm going to make you choose your favorite, so hopefully you're already like thinking about it. All right, the last one I went with totally different like colors. My personal favorite Stampin' Up! Color is Misty Moonlight. My new building that I'm doing right now, it is Misty Moonlight. It is, the walls are all shades of blue. So I have Misty Moonlight and Boho Blue. And then I have, which we don't have a color. We used to have like that soft sky. So it's funny. I'm sure you guys all see your world and shades of Stampin' Up! Colors. All right, so there we have our card, which is the Misty Moonlight. And we're going to take our Misty Moonlight stamp pad, and I'm going to create like a whole, like, let's call it a forest maybe. You can call it what you want to. Let's see here. I'm going to grab a scrap piece of paper down here because we're going to need to stamp off a little bit. So I'm going to stamp these. So I'm going to hang off the bottom just a little bit so this way so you guys can see better. And then I will stamp again next to it. And I might even stamp again over here. Then let's go to the next one. And I want it to be full strength. But then I'll also throw in here like one that is not. So we're just going to, it's almost just like building a bouquet, kind of like a little bit of more of a wild bouquet. Then let's do this last one. This direction. And then this here. Do one more. There you go. So there, like that. It's be easier to tell without my messes. And that, look at that beautiful bouquet. It's so pretty. At least I think it is. All right, next. This set also has a little bit of texture in it. These, just like these speckles. We're taking that with the basic gray as well. And I'm just gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna add just some, and I'll keep, let's say about four stamps. And I'll do it over here too. There you go. Just add a little bit of texture to this. There you go. See, the basic gray you can get a lot of that with. Okay. The color scheme that I am doing with this is Pretty and Pink. Is going to go with it. I have this label that we ran through for you. So when you buy the kits, we run through all the labels for you. We do not run through the Snapdragon. That would take us 10 days probably to do that many. It's an exaggeration. It would probably take us 10 hours. So, so you have to have your own Snapdragon bundle, but we will run like all the other labels for you. So this one again is in the Unbounded Love is where I got that label. And this one we are doing the Wishing You Strength again. You could obviously do whichever one that you want to, but I'm going to do the Wishing You Strength. And in a basic gray. Sometimes I think the black is just a little bit too bold. And so then I typically use basic gray a lot for my words. Because it's just, even like when I'm typing sometimes, black is sometimes just a little bit harsh. There's lots of times when you want that pop, that real pop of color. But in these cards, I definitely wanted more of a softer feel to it. So in my words, I used the basic gray. It was definitely my choice here. All right, let's go ahead and finish this up with our Pretty in Pink. We're just going to add some of these dragonflies. Are going to be flying through the sky. So we've got that one. And then let's use, this one. This one's kind of like that little half one. That one's going to go over here. And then I'm going to stamp one. This also has a die for it too. Now, in the very beginning, if you're watching the beginning, you guys know I did that die to begin with. So I'm going to try to line this up because it is photopolymer to see if I can get this lined up without having to run it again. Oh, that was not the best. Let's see. I just got to get that body. There you go. So I went ahead and did that. All right, let's finish this up. We're going to put a couple of our dimensionals on there. Okay, so for my card club members that are watching, I shipped out your card club yesterday. We did the citrus blooms. I thought this would be a perfect month to do it. I was worried because it's a really expensive bundle. It's like $60 some. But because of the bundle special, I was like, yes, I'm doing it because it brought it down to being a little bit more affordable. We're going to use that beautiful ribbon again and tie that around there. Yes, Pebble Path is really nice too, Sandy. Sandy says she uses Pebble Path for that same purpose. Absolutely. That just has a little bit more of a greige. The greige is a paint color, a tone to it. Instead of just like this, more of the slate gray. So both of those definitely work. Yep, Card Club was so gorgeous this month with the citrus blooms. Okay, and as a heads up for Card Club next month, we're using the Country Birdhouse. But we're doing it in a kind of a different way. We're going to make some like Christmas cards with it too, and I think everybody's seen it kind of more like in a bright theme. And we're going to be doing it more like maybe some fall cards and some Christmas cards, but we're going to be using the birdhouse, Country Birdhouse. Okay, so Wishing You Strength. We're going to take this one. I'm going to take a mini glue dot with this one and put a mini glue dot on here, kind of at the bottom. And then that is going to come over here. There you go. So there's the front. It's obviously, you guys all know it still is going to need some dots, but let's put this down to our piece of our. You could pop it up. I think actually in my sample I did not pop it up, but you can, or you don't have to too. I would obviously decorate the inside, put a piece of white on the inside and then decorate it. So last but not least, we're going to take, let me close these up so I don't get my hands in them, which I just did, especially this blue. Okay. Just take our dots and sprinkle on a few of those pink dots. I'm only going to do 3 on this one. Remember, you do it in odd numbers, so we're just going to do, because I already used 5 on that last one. That was a special one. So we're just going to use 3. This one over here. There you go. Okay, this ribbon is spectacular. It gives it just that really special, like almost like the dragonflies. I think this dragonflies do need a little bit of Wink Stella. That kind of goes along with the Wink Stella. To me is like a basic tulle. You just have to have it. But that will match along with the ribbon, how the ribbon has a little bit of a sparkle to it. All right. There you go. These are, let me grab the other ones. These are your 4 cards we made today. 1, 2, see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. They are really showcasing the beauty of the Inspiring Snapdragons. So this is the bundle. Again, it's on sale this month for 10% off. All of our bundles are. So it's the time to get the bundles. Don't forget that if your order is over $40, you get to get the kit for free. And over $50, I'll throw in the free dots, which are about a $9 value. So if you don't own this and you want it, definitely buy it through that link, because then you'll be able to get all that for free. Let me bring you back up here real quick, just so I can say goodbye. Thank you, friends, for being here. Please share this video so other people can enjoy the beauty of it as well. I'll also put it on YouTube so that you can watch it again if you need to. When you place your order, you have until Sunday at midnight. And then I will ship these out to you next week. The kits are actually already cut and ready to go. So I will ship them out to you in your online order by the last day, because I do have to get all the dots. I don't have the dots yet. So I'll ship these out next week, so you'll have it pretty soon. You can follow along with a video. You will also have a step-by-step tutorial. For those of you who are on Creative Corner, and if you're not, you can be. It's a website where I house all of my tutorials. People ask me all the time, can I buy your tutorial? I'm like, just pay for Creative Corner. It's $14.95 a month, and you get all of my tutorials, plus the thousands that I've done in the past. So it's an incredible site. And that's at rondawade.com. So this is actually already on Creative Corner, so you can access it there too. I posted it this weekend. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me. Welcome to this is the first video that I have done in this room. I gotta work a little bit on my lighting. I have a big ring light, but it's at my other place. So this transition period is so tricky. Everything I need, part of it is in a different place. So I cannot wait until I'm like all in one place again. It's gonna make life a lot easier. It's gonna make me appreciate it so much more. All right, you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.